Welcome to you both. Surajeet, tell me how Heineken is leveraging AI and tech and data at the core of your business.
Yeah, in multiple ways, if I might say. I think if you look at our value chain, the way I describe it is from the barley all the way to the bar. And in between everything, so you can look at crop production, you can look at procurement, you can look at the brewery where all the magic happens, you can look at the transport logistics, and then all the commercial areas. And when you think about where we can apply AI, it's pretty much everywhere throughout our value chain. But what we are actually doing today, a little bit in a frugal way, because we don't have infinite resources. We cannot just solve every single problem. So what we do, we prioritize the biggest use cases in the products that we go after, which has the maximum potential value, maybe a little bit more feasible than the others. And that's how we are trying to really earn trust within the business, to launch those big products, get quick value, earn trust, show feasibility.
Before we talk about scaling up, I just want to ask, Sergi mentioned there about how there's so many different options you can pick. Is that a risk for companies?
Yes, it is. And I think what Heineken did well and what we see others struggle with sometimes is focus. You cannot deliver value from AI if you are dispersed across 700 smallish use cases. You need to be focused and drive an end-to-end transformation, not just of the tech, but of the process. And actually, when we look at our data, leaders in AI, they do 2 times less than laggards, not 2 times more. They do 2 times less, but they drive end-to-end transformation on a few critical processes and functions.
What do you think are some of the things that are taken for granted, perhaps some of the challenges that are overlooked, things that are missed when it comes to scaling up?
I think, so one is that, notion of, transforming the processes, not just deploying tech. But I think there is a second very important element which links to the governance of most consumer goods organizations. Consumer goods organizations have been built on a decentralized local entrepreneurship model, which is great, but that also not goes very well with how do you scale, technology, because technology likes global scale, and so you want replicability, but usually that requires a change in governance. It requires strong central ownership, not just the tech ownership, but the business ownership, usually from global functions that can take these products and, across the different entities, the different units. It also requires some joint commitment on these priorities. You need to be aligned that these are the things you're going to go after. They're going to be piloted in some markets, some business sales, but then they're going to be scaled up. They need to be funded in a different way as well. So that's, a multiplicity of solves for that, scalability problem.
How do you see the role of AI leaders evolving over the next 3 to 5 years?
I think it's keeping up with the technology, being aware of what's out there, also to some extent managing the hype. There's a lot of hype, and staying grounded in reality, what actually delivers value from my business, and not get carried away with, like you exactly mentioned, hundreds of different use cases which are very cool, but adds no value whatsoever. So really staying and also making sure that we can leverage the latest technology in the right way. What I mean by that, you will hear a lot about agentic AI. And there's actually a lot of confusion about what agentic AI is. Some people confuse agentic AI with automation. It's 2 different things. Agentic AI actually means it's a self-learning model that gets better and better over time. If you can really create agentic AI frameworks within an FMCG company like us, you can create, for example, consumer personas, digital twins. You can create digital twins of our entire operations, and then everything in between. That's where sky is the limit. So it's really being very focused, cherry picking the use cases and really using the right technology for the right problem and staying up to date. I think that's a little bit where I would like to navigate myself.
Digger?
Yeah, I think on top of what Surajeet was talking about, which is how the AI leaders will evolve, there is also the evolution of leaders that become AI savvy. And so, what does the AI first mindset, do to a business leader? I think this is something where most business leaders in organizations, they're still not fully there. They still think in traditional processes, ways they've organized their teams forever. And I think steered by AI leaders, business leaders need to become AI first as well.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you, Georgie. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.